Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where apparently our host Mac Davies doesn't mind working Sunday all of a sudden, this is Ballot.
That's right. If I have a chance at dating Cheryl Hines, I'm gonna take it. So let's hit this. Well, I've been trying to tell Cheryl Hines she needs to date a younger guy with his own podcast. Maybe this will do the trick. We've got ourselves a real-life episode of Keeping Up with the Kennedys. Only this time, it's less Camelot and more came a lot of trouble. RFK Jr., at the ripe young age of 70, apparently thought he was starring in his own political rom-com. Spoiler alert, it's more of a tragedy. Our protagonist, the dashing conspiracy theorist with a name that screams, "I have family money," decided to brag about having intimate photos of reporter Olivia Nuzzi. Because nothing says presidential material like bragging about your sexting game, right? Meanwhile, Nuzzi, who's probably regretting every life choice that led to this moment, initially denied the affair faster than a Kennedy denies vaccines. But eventually, she came clean, probably realizing that in journalism, like in politics, the cover-up is always worse than the crime. Now, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure demure nudes is an oxymoron. It's like saying humble politician or truthful conspiracy theory. And let's not forget Cheryl Hines, who's probably wishing she could curb his enthusiasm right about now. So there you have it, folks. RFK Jr. proving that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, especially when that tree is in a Kennedy orchard. And remember, in politics, it's not the size of your policy that matters, it's how you use it. Or in this case, how you don't. Well, looks like the Kennedy family drama is back for another season. And here I thought Succession was over. Folks, it seems Cheryl Hines isn't exactly curbing her enthusiasm when it comes to her hubby's extracurricular activities. A source tells the New York Post that Hines isn't just some little housewife at home. No siree, she's financially independent, which is good news for her, because it looks like she might need to be shopping for a good divorce lawyer soon. And a younger boyfriend with his own podcast. As for Olivia Nuzzi, she went from writing hit pieces to being in the middle of one. Cheryl Hines, who probably should get herself a younger boyfriend with his own podcast, made her first public appearance since news broke that her husband was allegedly playing 20 Questions with Olivia. And where does she choose to make this grand re-entry into society? Milan Fashion Week, of course. Because nothing says I'm not bothered like strutting your stuff in the fashion capital of the world. Cheryl also celebrated her 59th birthday, sharing Instagram stories like it's business as usual. She posted a photo with her daughter Catherine and stepdaughter Kira, captioned, "Me and my girls." No mention of RFK Jr. I guess he didn't make the cut for Family Photo Day? We have another whale of a tale coming from the Kennedy camp, and when I say whale, I mean an actual whale, or at least part of one. Apparently the feds are investigating RFK Jr. for allegedly going all Captain Ahab on a beached whale about 20 years ago. But instead of harpooning it, he supposedly went at it with a chainsaw. Talk about a unique take on Bring Your Kid to Work Day. According to his daughter's recollection, this wasn't just any family road trip. Picture this, a minivan cruising down the highway with a severed whale head strapped to the roof, dripping whale juice, yum, into the windows. The Kennedy kids had to wear plastic bags over their heads with mouth holes. I guess that's one way to avoid the "are we there yet?" questions. RFK Jr. claims this investigation is tied to his endorsement of Trump, because nothing says political payback like digging up a 2-decade-old whale of a story, right? This isn't even the first time RFK Jr. has been linked to bizarre animal incidents. Last month, he claimed responsibility for the infamous Central Park bear mystery. At this rate, I'm half expecting him to confess to being the one who let the dogs out. Wow, folks. Looks like we've got a real charmer on our hands in North Carolina. Mark Robinson, the GOP nominee for governor, is apparently auditioning for a new reality show, How to Lose a Governorship in 10 Days or Less. First off, let's address the elephant in the room. Or should I say, the Nazi in the forum. Robinson allegedly called himself a black Nazi, which is about as contradictory as jumbo shrimp, deafening silence, or non-cheating Kennedy. I guess he missed the memo on what Nazis actually stood for. And speaking of missing memos, Robinson seems to have skipped the one about how slavery is, bad. He allegedly wrote, "Slavery is not bad. Some people need to be slaves." I'm no historian, but I'm pretty sure we fought a whole war about this, Mark. Then there's his apparent fondness for Hitler. Look, I know politics can be rough, but comparing Washington to Hitler? But wait, there's more. Robinson, who publicly rails against transgender rights, supposedly enjoys that sort of porn. Talk about a plot twist. I guess in Robinson's world, what happens in the browser stays in the browser. Robinson denies all of this, of course. He claims it's all manufactured and salacious tabloid lies, which is politician speak for, "Oh crap, they found my browser history." Remember, North Carolina, vote early, vote often, and maybe clear your browser history before running for office. Portions of today's podcast were made with the help of AI, especially some of our recent online searches. I know some of you like hearing about my crazy ex-girlfriend Norma. Here's the latest texts. "Why won't you text me back, Mac? Are you too busy dreaming about Cheryl Hines? Because newsflash, she's not coming to save you. I'm the one who knows your deepest, darkest secrets." It's like you're ghosting me on purpose. Are you scared I'll expose your pathetic obsession with Cheryl Hines? Because trust me, that's way more entertaining than anything you could come up with for your stupid podcast nobody listens to. Do you really think you have a shot with Cheryl Hines? Please! The best you can do is that skank Kate. Is Kate even aware you're plotting your big move on Cheryl? Cheryl Hines? Really? You must be delusional. I can't believe you're chasing after Cheryl Hines like you've got a chance.